What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lewis. So back again for another video. Today we got a video uploaded by Cosmic Wonder. Now this one must be pretty huge because one, the thumbnail looks insane. Also, this is number 29 on the trending page. It's already got over 100,000 views. Apparently everyone's talking about this. There's a lot going on. This title is crazy. Let's read it. Spider-Man No Way Home new look and Tobey and Andrew confirmed by article. Is that the one he was talking about last time? Also, Bill Murray, AntMan3 news. A lot to digest right here. We're going to get into it, see what my guy, aka our guy, Warren, has to say. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Before we do that, let me know down below in the comments, man, how was your day? Hopefully it was pretty good. My day was pretty straight. Let's get it, man. Let's go. See who's got it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, and today we have a brand new look at Spider-Man No Way Home, and awesome look with Doc Ock and
I like
Spider-Man.
that. I like the picture.
This was released just this morning,
That's
not
crazy.
too long ago, and it is by...
So wait a minute. Does this now confirm that when he said, "Hey Peter," or "Hi Peter," does this now confirm that he was talking to Tom Holland, because Tom Holland Spider-Man, because it seems to be within the same like couple seconds of interaction, like on the whole highway thing, and then you see him suit up, and then you see him, he's like, apparently he's got him captured or whatever. So I don't know, man.
Empire magazine, the full entire
Maybe it's a fake scene.
Spider-Man
Marvel does
is
that.
coming out tomorrow. So this week,
wait a minute,
magazine, the full entire article for Spider-Man is coming out tomorrow.
Got
so
you.
This week and next week, expect a lot of Spider-Man No Way Home news. Of course,
Sounds
I'm
good
trying
to me.
be on vacation, visiting family, but no worries. I'll still be covering everything you need to know about Spider-Man No Way Home. And today we actually have some pretty big confirmations about AntMan3. Got a tiny Spider-Man No Way Home trailer update for you today, of course. Plus, we've had a lot of Spider-Man No Way Home plot leaks, and if you've taken a look at all of them, you might have noticed that all of them that seem to be coming from somewhat legitimate sources all seem to have a common theme, and that common theme is a particular scene involving a death. And the Empire magazine article has actually been leaked ahead of time, which I'm not going to talk about until tomorrow when it comes out, because they paid to have that exclusive. However, there is one point that I would like to mention in this video. So if you're loving Marvel and Spider-Man No Way Home, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, we are giving away a Spider-Man action figure, a Bring Variants Arts figure. It's super awesome, and all you have to do to enter is subscribe to my channel and the channel Cosmic Culture, and leave some comments on some videos. Okay,
turn on notifications.
First, we have to talk about this amazing photo that was just released. This photo may remind you of Spider-Man 2, as Doc Ock has Spider-Man caught with his robotic tentacles. He's actually only using two tentacles here, one to wrap up his body and the other to hold his head. Now, luckily, Spider-Man has on the Iron Spider suit. However, I'm pretty sure Doc Ock is going to tear that apart. Now, we actually know that Spider-Man is going to have multiple suits during this movie. One of them is going to be a magically enchanted suit. And perhaps one of the reasons that he gets a new upgraded suit is that Doc Ock tears his Iron Spider one apart. Which means that Doc Ock and the other villains could actually arrive pretty early on in the movie. The spell is probably going to be done way early into the first act, which means the villains could probably pop up pretty early as well. Now, this is a sick shot, but check out what is written down below in the right-hand corner.
Just a
I believe
sequel.
This is coming from director
It's a
John
massive
Watts. It's a quote that says,
multiverse.
Spider-Man No Way Home isn't just a sequel. It's a massive meta multiverse outing in which Peter Parker finds himself fighting iconic villains from past lives. As its creator tells us, this is nothing less than Spider-Man Endgame.
Yo, that's crazy.
Spider-Man Endgame gives me the chills, but they didn't come out and say that Tobey and Andrew are in the film, but to me, this kind of says it. They literally say it's a meta multiverse outing in which Peter finds himself fighting iconic villains from past lives. How are you going to pull off mentioning past lives if you don't explore those past lives? And obviously our Tom Holland's Peter Parker does not have past lives, but the others...
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yo, they're teasing us, bro. They're really like sticking to teasing us right now. I want to see that trailer.
He's literally talking about Spider-Man's
Past lives.
Tom
Crazy.
Holland does not have past lives, but Tobey Maguire does, and
Unless
Andrew
never
Garfield
mind.
does as well. There is literally no other meaning to Peter Parker's past lives than Tobey and Andrew, the films that came before him, the past films. To me, this is pretty much all the confirmation that I need. Now we just wait on that second trailer and hope that Sony and Marvel give us a little tiny tease of the other two Spider-Man. Now we have more Spider-Man news, but first, let's talk about something truly epic. Bill Murray has officially joined the MCU.
Really? Bill Murray.
It is confirmed. Now, there was a report about this, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago from the CosmicCircus.com. They said they noticed that Bill Murray's name had been on a cast list
Who could
for
he
Ant-Man
possibly
and the
be
Wasp: Quantumania.
playing?
Now, of course, until somebody at Marvel Studios or someone
Bill
from
Murray.
the cast confirms this themselves, it's just a rumor. However, yesterday, it seems like Bill Murray confirmed it himself. He was in an interview, not about the Marvel movie that he is going to be in, but an interview where he did say that he recently filmed a Marvel film. The interview was with a German newspaper, and the interviewer, Patrick Heidemann, posted on Twitter some of the details. He asked Bill Murray, "Is it especially important for you to work with people you know well and like?" In which Bill Murray replied with this: "You know, I made a Marvel movie recently. I'm probably not allowed to tell you, but whatever." Anyway, some people are pretty surprised why I'm on a project like this, of all things. But for me, the situation was completely clear. I got to know the director and really liked him. He was witty, humble, everything you want from a director. And with the cheerleader movie Bring It On, he had already made a film years ago, which I think is dang good. So I agreed, even though, as an actor, I'm not normally interested in these huge comic book movies. So there you have it. Bill Murray confirms he filmed a Marvel movie. And for those of you who may be curious as to what that movie is, it is Ant-Man 3. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, as I mentioned in the beginning. And that is actually confirmed in this article, as Peyton Reed was the one who directed Bring It On.
Yeah.
Is not directing
All right.
Quantumania.
That makes
huge
interesting
confirmation
sense.
for the MCU and Ant-Man 3 right now. And we also have another pretty big confirmation. Again, one that some people probably already guessed by now, but it's good to have a confirmation. In a recent interview, Jonathan Majors spoke out, and he mentioned that He Who Remains will not be in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It is going to be Kang, and there is a difference, a big difference. Now, again, we already knew this, and again, Loki made it pretty clear that He Who Remains was a very different version than a lot of his variants. He even said, "If you think I'm evil, wait till you see my variants."
Yeah.
Evil. Well.
Dude, I got chills. Like, everyone was hating. A lot of people were hating on this finale. I got solid chills watching this, bro. I was on the edge of my bed, like, yo, I can't believe it. Like, oh, bro, I don't. Loki, in my opinion, out of all the Disney shows, probably to me, just because of what it means for the future Marvel universe and things to occur, probably has one of the best finales. Point blank, period. When it comes to Marvel series.
Of course,
on Disney
Loki,
Plus.
He did also mention that he has been called a conqueror. So at one point in time, he could have been the person known as Kang the Conqueror. But of course, there are going to be multiple different variants of Kang as well. But the most important part to note is that Kang the Conqueror is probably one of the most brutal versions of He Who Remains. And that is the confirmation that we are getting from Jonathan Majors, stating in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, we are going to get a pretty mild and calm He Who Remains, but we are going to be getting a destructive Kang. One who wants to conquer.
I wonder if they're gonna make him blue.
Spider-Man No Way Home news today, but of course I would not leave you without news about that trailer. This is an interesting story. In a recent tweet from the official Twitter account With Great Power, which is a book that is about the story of live-action Spider-Man, one of the writers, Sean O'Connell, tweeted from there talking about the trailer. He said, "A lot of people somehow missed my point. There's a high probability that you will get a second Morbius trailer before you get that anticipated Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, whether you want it or not." Now, this should be taken as a rumor right now, because even Sean himself says there's a high probability. It is not confirmed. However, the marketing has been so weird and different for Spider-Man Far From Home, I would not be surprised in the slightest if this is indeed true. It seems like Sony does have some type of a plan for their own Spider-Man universe, even though their Spider-Man kind of isn't in it right now.
How do you guys feel about
that? Their plan is
I don't
dependent
know.
upon Spider-Man No Way Home. So if the Morbius trailer does drop sometime soon, be on the lookout for that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, and of course I'll update you as well. Now, as I mentioned, we have two other big things to talk about. One is that Empire Magazine article, which I'll talk about last, and the other one is about what some plot leaks are saying. There is a major death scene according to these, and it's with somebody that you are definitely not going to want to see die. However,
if it is Tobey Maguire, I swear, bro, it better not be Tobey, bro. Because in one of the older leaks, it was rumored. In one of the older plot leak videos, a while back, rumored deaths for the film were, in according to one of the leaks, Mary Jane, Ned, and then I think it was Tobey, or it was a different one that had Tobey in it. I know at one point, though, there were leaks that either mentioned two of these characters, or at least all three, or one of these characters dying. You know what I'm saying? Personally, MJ, Ned, they can kick rocks. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Fine. You know what? Go. You want to kill Ned? You know what I'm saying? Bring him back later. Find out. Turns out he's alive. Turns into Hobgoblin or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Fine. Kill Mary Jane or MJ or Michelle, whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Peter, toughen up. Fine. I can do that. You kill Tobey, bro. I might cry. Don't you dare. And it's too obvious, bro. He's the older Spider-Man. So he's more experienced. He's like the leader. Peter's already lost a lot of leaders. Just look what happened with Iron Man. We don't need... They better not kill Tobey, bro.
This is true, I can kind of see what it's going to be setting up for the future of Spider-Man. Now, of course, these are not confirmed to be true yet. They are just rumors. But in case they are true, I am issuing...
Heck, you can kill Happy. Actually, I like Happy, but if you have to, you know what I'm saying?
So many reports and plot leaks posted on Reddit have some things in common, and one thing that they have in common is Aunt May dying. In case this is
which
true,
one?
I won't say much about the scene. However, I will say that I could understand why this would happen, because rumor has it that at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange's spell finally works, and everybody, and I mean everybody, forgets that Peter is Spider-Man. Now, this may sound extreme, but fans have actually been complaining for a pretty long time now that we haven't seen Spider-Man on his own. He's always had help. He's always had some type of a mentor.
Yeah, but he's also still, I mean, at the end of Far From Home, isn't he still like, what? He's like a high schooler. He's like junior, sophomore, something like. What is he? No, he's not sophomore. He's like a junior, isn't he, in high school or something like that? So the fact that if this happens, he's all fending for himself. He doesn't have Aunt May. Who is he gonna? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna look? Is Tobey? Never mind. Is Tobey gonna raise him? I'm just playing. Take him back to his universe, raise him for like a couple of years or so. Give him the ropes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna be Aunt May. Aunt May. I can see that being very emotional. However, I 1000% prefer that to Tobey Maguire. I don't want to see Tobey die.
Tony Stark. Now he has Doctor Strange and, of course, the other two Spider-Men. This was kind of upsetting for some people because we want to see Peter on his own,
I get that too, 100%.
By himself having to step up.
Yeah.
Well, if in the next Spider-Man, May is gone and nobody knows who he is definitely going to get that chance. Seems a bit extreme, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, last but not least, even though we did get this picture from Empire today, some parts of the magazine did leak. And although they didn't come out and say, hey, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in this movie, they do reference the Sam Raimi universe and the Webb universe, stating that the villains come from this universe. And if the villains come from this universe, then we can imagine that some heroes come from that universe as well. Again, the full article comes out tomorrow, and I'll be doing a full coverage of that. In the meantime, let me know what you think about this brand new picture of Doc Ock.
It's a pretty cool picture.
Spider-Man
I'm not gonna lie.
in the comments down below,
it's
and
pretty
also
dope.
let me know what you think about this possible death of Aunt May. Leave your thoughts down below. Don't forget
Did
to like
not
this
see that
video.
coming.
And for live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
That
and
happens.
As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Woof woof. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cosmic Wonder. But yeah, if Aunt May dies, maybe this does allow Tom or Peter, you know what I'm saying? Tom Holland, Spider-Man, does allow him to, you know, grow up a bit, become more mature a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he toughens up a bit. He looks at life a little bit differently. Maybe he breaks things off with MJ. I'm not saying he has to, but I'm saying maybe he does. Like, here's the thing. Like, I like Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man. He's my favorite, absolute favorite character. But one of the things we like about Spider-Man is a young kid, and he's kind of he's like the everyday man almost, except for he has powers and some other stuff. But he's almost like the everyday person. You can relate to him, you know. So, but also there's that version of him. There's also another version where he's like, you know what I'm saying? You watch things like the Marvel's PS4 Spider-Man game or whatever. He's older, he's more experienced, he's living on his own, he has like relationships with people, you know what I'm saying? He has things like a job, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain aspect to where like there's a young Peter Parker and there's older Peter Parker. They're very much both still Spider-Man, but one's a little bit more experienced, he's a little bit more matured, and you know, so confident in his abilities and he knows what he's capable of doing. I wouldn't mind seeing that type of Spider-Man in the MCU. Because I think that's the type of route they would have to go, right? If they went with that type of Spider-Man. It kind of be like Tobey's. Like, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man maybe in like the, third film? Kinda. He's like, was he still in college or did he get out of college? I think he was like still in college. He was living by himself. Had a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a child anymore necessarily. He's a young adult. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if that's the case, I'm here for it, man. That being said, y'all let me know down below in the comments what are your thoughts on this. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. WYYYYE. So same as YouTube channel. There's some sort of chat too. That being said, peace.